Have you ever met someone who's clearly struggling, but when you offer to help, they say, "I'm fine," even though their eyes say the opposite? It's strange, isn't it? We all need help sometimes. Yet some of us would rather drown quietly than reach out a hand. Why? Why do some people hate receiving help, even when they need it most? For many, refusing help isn't stubbornness. It's survival. They were raised on words like, "Be strong. Don't depend on anyone. Handle it yourself." And so, they learn to wear strength like armor. But behind that armor is a quiet fear. What if people see me as weak? Accepting help feels like surrendering control, and control feels like safety. So they fight their battles alone, not because they want to, but because it's the only way they know how to stay proud and protected. Sometimes it's not pride, it's the fear of owing. They think, if you help me today, I'll owe you tomorrow. And that thought feels heavy. It's not about ego, it's about power. They don't want anyone to have the power to say, "Remember when I helped you?" So instead of gratitude, they feel guilt. Instead of relief, they feel pressure. To them, help isn't love. It's a debt they don't want to carry. And then there's pain, the kind that teaches you to never ask again. Maybe once they reached out and were ignored, or judged, or mocked. Maybe they trusted someone to help and got betrayed instead. Now, when someone says, "Let me help you," they hear echoes of the past. "Last time I trusted someone, it hurt." So they shut down, not because they don't want love, but because they're terrified of the price it might come with. For some, control is comfort. When they do everything themselves, they can predict every outcome. But when they let someone else in, they lose that control. They start asking questions like, what if they don't do it right? What if they think less of me? So they choose the familiar struggle over uncertain help. They'd rather carry the whole weight alone than risk being disappointed again. But here's the truth. Accepting help doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Every strong person you know has needed someone at some point. The act of receiving help is not about losing control. It's about building trust. It's saying, "I'm allowing you into my world." And that is strength. Because healing begins the moment we let someone hold a piece of our burden. The same way you love helping others, someone out there is waiting for the chance to love you back. So, are you the one who struggles to accept help? Or do you love someone who does? Either way, remember this. Needing help doesn't make you broken. It makes you real. And that's something to be proud of.